result of a change, and I'm going to explore that situation for the most amount of good-hearted fucking purposes. So, yeah. It is important to go live. And I first managed to do that in the fucking first place. I'm going to do it a lot. To explore the fact that I fucking managed to do that in the fucking first place. To assure that the most amount of good-hearted things happen. That's the function of this fact. I am sitting in the bed. And that is because sitting in a chair makes me exhausted. That is like less support from my back. Because I'm very tired, and it would be maybe better to be lying down, but if I'm lying down, I do not have the possibility to be doing anything, and then I'm severely tortured by time. So there is one thing that I have been exercising lately, and then that is requiring me to be moving, and to exercise. And there's another thing, what I actually feel like doing when I am not exercising. So the fact that I am exercising during these conditions, that is telling the extent of my willpower. Exercising is all about willpower. And that is why you do not manage to do that while having more energy than fucking anything. While being my more than a million murder serial fucking killer who is energized by this abuse more than fucking anything. Because exercise is about willpower, not about how you are feeling. So even though I feel like constantly lying down, I have legs, I can still walk, I can still run. It is not ideal, but I'm doing that anyway because I need to keep my condition level and strength level, or compensate for the strength and condition which I have lost by just lying in this bed. But then instantly afterwards, when I am calmed down, I notice how I am using my willpower to manage to do that, because what I actually feel like doing, that is lying down, not doing anything. But while lying down, not doing anything, I am severely tortured by time. So then I'm sitting up anyway, for instance, doing this live. But I'm sitting in a bed, not in a chair, because that is less support for my back, and that is more challenging when I am exhausted. So it's one thing sitting in that chair while I'm, for instance, eating a meal, because that is not requiring so much time. But on another basis, no, because that is too exhausting. So I am the fireman on the map. And that is why my sign is Aquarius, which is Norwegian, is called Waterman. And as a proof of the fact that they are referring to me as a man, because I think that they started with the fire department, and that the fire department started to work within healthcare and the police, and that is the way of how this started to happen. Therefore, the fire department is of great relevance. Therefore, I am the fireman on the map. However, that is how it started happening in Norway. It might have happened different in other countries, but when I am in Norway, what is happening in Norway is of greatest relevance, because that is where the criminal system is surrounding me. And then that is what you need to infiltrate if you want to do something about this abuse. So if people started to become part of the solution, and that is why they have divided the United States of America and Canada, so that the United States of America is a mousetrap on the behalf of Russia. This started already many years ago, where they produced people who could have a significant genetics to be part of the solution. Because basically when there is a war, if you do not take them down, they are going to take you down, and basically you need to either be part of the solution on some occasions, or you are going to be taken down by other people. But the situation might be different in my surroundings because I am surveillanced, and therefore the existence of many of these criminal people is protected because they are in the presence of the secret surveillance. But yeah, people are using weapons, and they are assuring that only the criminal people have access to weapons for criminal reasons, and if you're not a criminal person getting access to a weapon anyway, that is because you're a mole, and then what you are doing needs to be in accordance with protecting your reputation as a mole, because the weapon industry is likely to be more criminal than fucking anything, or at least that is how they are presenting it. And that is beneficial anyway, because the criminal people want to believe that we live in a criminal world. So this article is appearing some days ago about the weather forecast. And this article also appeared some days ago about someone having blood from their eyes or head. And I was like, they are attacking me because my brother fell backwards as a child into this glass door as an accident for him stumbling in the floor, and the pedophile people are attacking me for that. That's a function of the fact that they are my morena mera serial fucking killer who want to protect this into all fucking eternity. And then they are using this accident to hurt me while being my morena mera serial fucking killer is fucking sick for their fucking lifetime, proving that the reason why they want to hurt me is that they are my pedophile people holding on to my childhood, and that is why they are referring to what happened when I was a child. And it was an accident and not my fault. But then I'm like, yeah, but I had red around my head when I was a child. But you are not referring to that. And really, you are saying that that is the reason why people in the Middle East are getting stoned instead. Because I got a stone in my face when I was a child. And it was about to hit my fucking eye. It had my eyebrow, and I was bleeding from my face. And this person saying that she was going to throw a stone, and I thought it was a joke, because really I was like, you do not throw a stone at other people. That is not real. You're kidding me. That is a joke. And I was like, yes, throw that stone, because I do not think that you're going to fucking do it. She threw that stone. And I think that is the reason for the name of the singer, Yes Stone. Yeah. And it is the reason why they are saying that people are getting stoned as women in the Middle East. It is a function of the fact that the pedophile people are holding on to my childhood, and they are making my childhood into the biggest fucking industry, and that is why this is repeated everywhere. So, but with respect to that, they're saying that blood was coming from their face, head. But then this weather cast is appearing where I have red around my head based on the fact that I am the man on the map. So really what you're maybe saying is that you're not supposed to tell the criminal people what is happening. Because they are not supposed to know that they are going to get consequences so that they can escape. Therefore, what you are actually referring to, that is what is happening to me. And I am the man on the map, and you are saying that there is blood coming from the feces. And the weather forecast was red around the head of my head on this man on the map, which is supposed to represent me. So or maybe you are indicating how people are trying to kill me, because also when blood is coming from my head on the weather forecast, that is the sign that people are trying to kill me. Not like they will not try to do that constantly and all the time, because if you shoot someone in the head, they're going to be dead. And also an article is appearing about someone finding a head by itself. And you can cut off arms and legs and still be alive, but not a head, because then you're dead. Well, this article is appearing with blood from the head. So I don't know if that is supposed to be an indication of how people are doing everything in their power to get me killed. And that is why it was blood around my head on the weather forecast. So anyway, this person does not only look like a fireman with a water hose and a big penis, but also it looks like this person has a cap, or this cap kind of look like a duck. That is a reference to Canada Goose. It is a reference to duck in Norwegian, which is and. It is a reference to Gaza, because that is the Norwegian word for goose. Gaza. And therefore it is connecting a lot of things together. And then when this person has a cap on the map, that is a reference to Cape Town, because cape is similar to cap. And cape, this is a group from where one of these people were from Porsgrunn, is connecting together with Cape Town, because Cape Town is similar to P-Town, Porsgrunn. In addition, Cape is similar to the name of the PVC factory where I was working, which is similar to the name of this hospital, which I'm also connecting together with Russia because of this document which I just got. And based on the fact that they are saying that R is a C as for PVC, or for the name of this location with the same shortening, because code language, that is that the R turned into a P, and then suddenly you just have the stomach of that P, and then you have P and C in PVC, and then the V in between P and C in PVC, that might be Porsgrunn versus Cape Town. rather than that is a cooperation. Because even though certain things are connecting towards Porsgrunn, Porsgrunn is also a location where the most amount of criminal people are collecting. Because you need to be present in Porsgrunn to see what the criminal people are doing, in order to look at what they are doing, to have the possibility to do something about what they are doing. But then that is also where the most amount of criminal people are collecting, because I am from Porsgrunn. Therefore, PVC could mean Porsgrunn versus Cape Town. But that C is also representing Russia. Because you are saying that the R becomes into a P, which comes into a C, based on using code language. And suddenly, that is connecting together Russia and Cape Town. When Cape Town is connecting towards PVC, and Russia is connecting towards PVC, and that name is similar to the name of this location, or a shortening of the name of this location. In addition to the fact that the address is connecting towards Stigsund from Stavanger, and it has the last name Sundby, as for Martin Jansrud Sundby, connecting to with the name of Martin Ødegaard. He has the last name Ødegaard, as for Christian Ødegaard. Christian Ødegaard look like King Frederick, which is the king of Denmark, where I am currently located in Denmark, and where King Frederick look like my non-biological father. So, and I have connected that family towards the solution, but also people within that same family is likely to be part of the problem, and these people might be up against each other, even though they are inside of that same family and connecting together in the fucking first place. So, but I said that I think that Martin Ødegaard died. I don't think so. I think that someone tried to kill him, and that he had to hide away, and that that is why I got the impression of this fact, because that was the whole fucking purpose, and that he is still alive, which is a great relevance when he is connecting towards the name of this location where I am currently located. Based on the fact that the address is mentioning Sundby. That is connecting towards the name of Martin Sundby, with the same front name as for Martin Ødegaard. And I was in Fredensborg, and a memory from Fredensborg recently appeared on my mobile phone, where they have a castle in Fredensborg, and then that is connecting towards the relevance of King Frederick, because he's the king in Denmark. So, yeah. So I'm talking about the relevance of Cape Town. Cape Town is connecting together a lot of location based on the flag of Cape Town. Because if you look at their flag, they have a lot of colors, which is connecting together a lot of countries all over the world. Isn't blue and yellow as for Sweden and Ukraine, green and yellow as for Brazil, red, white, and blue, which is the colors of very many countries. Yeah, so, and that is suggesting that just like you are connecting the world together by using language, you are connecting the world together by using flags. And then there is a relevance that the name board is connecting together a lot of things in my surroundings. And I have connected the name board towards South Africa based on my earlier classmate with the name Elisabeth Hoksrud. With the same last name from Bård Hoksrud. Where she said that to her father was African. Genetically, no. I do not think that you can be platinum blonde and then have a genetical African looking father. But what you are saying that is that you are connecting towards Africa. And that you are maybe from South Africa because they are producing white people in Africa. South Africa. Just like they are producing white people all over this world because people decide who they are occupied with based on who they are abusing and claiming people are racist. So to think that the world is so segregated as it is or how it is presented, that is bullshit. That is created by the media more than the fact that this is actually representing the reality. Because origin is an industry. So now people act in accordance with their criminal personality. So then again, it depends on who has power for the sperm bank. If you do not have power for the sperm bank, you cannot produce children with other genetics than yourself unless you find yourself a person with other genetics than yourself. But yeah, people occupied with who they are abusing and claim people are racist. And then that is going to reflect on the children they are producing as a function of the fact that they are occupied with abusing me. So I'm talking about that banana. I'm connecting that banana together with the fire department because they have a red and yellow truck. And then that yellow banana is shown in an article with a red background. But that banana is maybe also represented by the green cucumber because they are pickling a lot of things in Russia, and the only thing which should be pickled, that is cucumber. Therefore, that is making the cucumber of relevance when they are, for instance, saying cucumber news. Then that seems to be a reference to Russia. And a banana is similar in shape to a cucumber, and it contains a lot of water, and then that is a reference to the fact that the banana on the map and is supposed to represent a penis might also be a cucumber, which is connecting together with Africa when they are pickling a lot of different things in Russia, and you're saying that all vegetables and fruits are from Africa. But yeah, I think that this pickling everything might be a function of the fact that you are understanding how people decide what to do based on who they are abusing, to see how this is repeated in the media. As for instance, they have created beer. Beer does not taste any good, but when that is repeated in the media everywhere anyway, that seems to be a function of the fact that people decide that they like beer based on the fact that they are abusing me, and that that is a proof of how this abuse is repeated for a reason. As for instance, Christianity, I think that it was created as a function of my birth to show that how this abuse is repeated in the media. That is why I have family members with the name of that religion. My uncle Tom Christian, my grandfather Kjell Christian, and my brother Christian Jessen. And that I think is the reason with the pickles as well. Why are you pickling everything? It does not taste good. But if people are occupied with Russia for some reason, and this pickling is appearing everywhere, even though the only thing you can pickle is cucumber or anything else does not taste good, that is somehow a proof of the fact that this is repeated for some reason, and that that is proof of the fact that people are occupied with certain people, and that they decide to do certain things for that reason, and that is proof of how this is repeated in the media. Because if Russia is part of the solution, certain people with a certain genetics is part of Russia, then that might be why this pickle is repeated everywhere, because you're occupied with these people. Yeah, so yeah. But another reason why this banana is yellow, that might be because you're saying that Asian people are yellow. And if Africa is part of the solution, I'm suggesting that they are cooperating with, for instance, India. Because India and Africa seem to be severely connected. But also other people, parts of Asia might be of relevance, and then that might be another reason why you're pointing out this yellow banana. Because you're saying that Asian people are yellow. I don't know about that, but that is a message and a way of connecting things together by using skin color as a reference to connect different things together. And then it is of relevance that Jonas Bergland has been talking about this banana. He has the last name Bergland, which is similar to Bergen, where they are referring to fire as their football team, Brann, which is similar to banana, and where I am the man on the map, which does not only look like a firefighter with a hose, but also a person with a big penis, which is a reference to a banana. Because you are referring to a banana as a genital. Therefore, suddenly, fire, Brann, is connecting towards a banana. And with him also having, Jonas Bergland also having almost Bergen as his last name. Connecting this together. And with Brann, as for the name of the football team, containing all the emergency numbers. B look like 13 if you have a big B. If you have a small b, it look like 9 as for 911. Then a R, big R look like the 12 as for the police. And then E, if you turn the A in loop running to the side, then you get a O as for the 0 of the fire department. In addition, the word itself is fire as for the fire department. Because I think that that might be the starting point. It might have been the starting point other places as well. But depending on where these people you are abusing are located, that is where the criminal people are going to collect around healthcare or the police to protect their crime, more so than around the fire department based on their criminal personality. Therefore, the easiest way to get access to the emergency numbers, and which is a possibility to have the possibility to do changes by having access to the emergency numbers, being in contact with the criminal people, knowing what they are doing, and therefore also affect what is happening. Therefore, it is important to get access to the emergency numbers in the fucking first place. In a country where you are abusing innocent people, that might be too difficult by getting access to the fire department, to the police and healthcare in the fucking first place, as a function of the criminal personality of the criminal people, where they are using the police to protect their crime, and where they want to be in the presence of me at the hospital to abuse me, and where that is severely connecting towards their sadism personality. Therefore, in order to get access to the emergency numbers in the fucking first place, that might be by getting access to the emergency number through the fire department. Therefore, fire, as for the fire department, becomes an important word to use to point out the emergency numbers as the starting point. Because somehow people are now also present in healthcare and the police, also in Norway, where I am abused more than fucking anything. But I think that it started with the fire department. Therefore, I think that is important to point out, the track of event. And that is why these emergency numbers are found within the word fire in Norwegian. So, and then it is of relevance that it is called fire, brann, in Bergen for their football team. So then that seems to be connecting towards some kind of origin of this, because when after I was in Able Games in Bergen, the police house in Bergen met a lot of resistance. And if anyone is meeting resistance in this criminal society, that is likely to be a function of the fact that they are doing something correct, because then the criminal system does not like that, and they are meeting resistance for that reason. And I think that is why, and which is pointed out by the fact that if fire is used to express the emergency numbers, because the fire department was the starting point, that should imply that the starting point of this in Norway should be Bergen, when the football team is fire, brann, in Bergen. And then the starting point for everything is the name of their football team, because that might be the city where this all started. That is why that is the name of the football team in this exact city. To point out that is the city where this started, when the apartment where this started in the fucking first place is the name of their football team.